Evening everyone, welcome to weeks 31 and 32 of my pregnancy vlog, which I am beginning as I am dog walking. It is Sunday evening and I am obviously disorganised because I've had a bit of a mental week with Rich's birthday and he had to have another operation, so he changed hospitals and now he's moved back. It's just all been a bit fraught and another delay, but onwards and upwards. I am technically 33 weeks today, and I thought I might as well start this with maybe a change of scenery, but I'm hoping I'm not going to trip up or tread in any dog poo, so if my gaze goes, you know why. Yeah, so changes. Well, I don't think much has really changed. I still feel okay. I still am training. I am still getting bigger. I can definitely feel things stretching a little bit. I'm walking with the dog again. I didn't really want to go for a second dog walk, but he was being a bit annoying. And I feel it more in my pelvis. Definitely aches a little bit more. Still managing to sleep okay actually. Haven't been waking up to go for a week, so that's a bit of a godsend. I'll have to see if he's coming. Guys, come on. Yeah, so all in all, thankfully the pregnancy is going relatively smoothly, because if it wasn't, I'd be up proper shit creek even more, so yeah, so that's that. I do have a bit of advice for any of you self-employed new to be mums. When you're sorting out your maternity allowance, be aware that they try to screw you over in that. I've been doing benefit forms since Rich had the accident, and this was just something else. Basically, with your test period, when you're doing your maternity allowance form, you probably haven't paid your national insurance contribution for that time period, because it will come out with your next self-assessment tax return. That way they offer you the minimum amount that you can receive, which is, it's not even a haircut for us girls, and when you're entitled to the maximum. So basically then you have to phone up the government, sort it all out, they have to send you another letter, you then basically have to pay money to get more money. Let me see where the dog is. He's still there. Oh, it's getting bright. So, yeah. What else? I'm going to have to stop this in a minute because I think he's just been for a poo. And I need to pick that up. The joys of having a dog. We shall continue this shortly. Hey guys, I am back after my dog walk. Of course I started chatting to someone and then it was just, I didn't think it was a good idea to film whilst I was walking back up the road. A bit dangerous maybe, especially when you're as clumsy as I am anyway. So yeah, so anyhow, where we finished off, bit of advice about the whole self-employment thing. It is a pain in the bum. Nothing ever seems to be straightforward when it comes to government benefit forms, as I've discovered. So just heads up on that and see if you can try and sort it out before having the extra hassle. I thought I might give you a bit of nutrition advice or my opinion for a change, just because I guess seeing what works for me or hasn't. I definitely think it's very individual, and you do blatantly have to listen to your body. You're either going to use this time as a complete excuse to go all out and eat for two, or you're going to be conscious of trying to eat as healthy as you can for your baby. Saying that, in the first trimester, my love for chicken and veg just went out the window, and all I wanted was white carbs, which I rarely ate, and now seems to be quite common. Don't get me wrong, now I feel fine, and I don't really have any cravings. I'm pretty much eating as I would do normally. I just am being a bit more lenient about stuff. I guess also my circumstances being as extreme as they are, I'm tending to eat a bit more convenience food just because I'm kind of eating a sandwich when I drive to the hospital, and it's just easy. I do find, I think though, it might have affected how much fruit and veg I do eat, because when I do eat a lot of veg, I find I do suffer a little bit afterwards. But I love it, and it's just, sorry, I've got the cat scratching away at the window, looking at something. Not a distraction at all. But yeah, so I generally, I mean, I eat well, but I just eat more carbs and probably more crisps, as I've said before. But definitely keep your fibre up. Drink water. That's another thing. I'm definitely not drinking enough water. Maybe because I'm not training as much. Maybe because I'm driving a lot more than usual and just conscious of needing the toilet, especially at the moment. Again, I'm lucky that I'm not waking up going to the toilet, but I think I'm making up for it during the day. So yeah, when I do drink more water, I definitely feel it. So yeah, keep that up. So yeah, last Sunday I went to the mother care event, which I told you about. I went with Mum. I felt a little bit sad that I wasn't going with Rich because there were only a couple of us with our mums. But it was good, you know. They gave a couple of talks on car safety and sleeping stuff. I mean, the options are just endless with the car seats and what your baby can sleep in. You just got to go with what works for you. Again, it was quite handy going with Mum because she decided to have a field day and buy us some nursery furniture, and we did get the car seat sorted. But to be honest, I don't know, I just finding it all completely overwhelming. It was great, but I have to be completely honest and say I don't think I've ever been in mother care before. So it was the first for me, and there's just so much stuff. There's some cool stuff. I have definitely seen some cool Star Wars vests. I think I can get away with that, or She's a Baby, because they're grey and white, so don't look boyish at all. But yeah, no, I will say, again, with mother care, great for ideas, but with certain branded stuff, check it out on Amazon, just in case. Even though there was a 10% discount, we looked up some stuff on Amazon, and it was blatantly quite a bit cheaper. So be aware of that. But no, they've got some nice stuff as well. I've also heard that Marks and Spencer's is a bit better when it comes to baby grows and things. A bit cheaper and just a bit nicer. So, but then again, that's what people have told me. It's down to you, it's your opinion. Mother Care's still got some really lovely stuff. I've got quite a lot of secondhand stuff as well, so always handy. So yeah, so that was good. But yeah, I think just the whole having a baby thing is completely just going above my head at the moment. I feel like now everything is happening really quickly, but at the same time, I feel like I just want to have her now and get it over and done with, because I'm really not relishing the thought of going into labour. I've been asked about my birthing plan. It was really nice to hear at pregnancy yoga last week that the girl who gave her birthing story didn't really have a birthing plan, and I was like, Hail Mary, I don't really have a birthing plan. My plan is to go to hospital to see how I feel. I don't really like the idea of an epidural, I've got to be honest, but if I'm in that much pain, then I'll probably go for it. But also, I would maybe like to try a water birth. I don't think you can have an epidural when you have that anyway, and let's face it, if you get stressed out about having a water birth and there's only 2 baths available at Farnborough, then you're screwed if they're both used, aren't they? So we'll just see what happens. I just want Rich to be there, and with everything going on, the thought of him not being there is kind, is a bit crappy. I'm sure he will be there. I don't know whether he's going to be back now for when she comes, whether he'll be home by then, because rehab's just been delayed and delayed because of various illnesses, and we just got to get him as better as he can be. But I've got Mum, I've got friends, I've got enough people around me, so again, I just hope he's here so we can muddle through. Because, I mean, he's done it before. So he's sorted. He did it with Toby, his brother, and he's done it with Caden. So he's pretty relaxed as when it comes to bringing up the baby, which would be great for me. But, you know, we've just got all the other things, all the other obstacles now to get over. But, yeah, I'm just hoping we'll just muddle through. Fingers crossed. Because, I mean, we don't even know where we're going to be living. I mean, I think we're going to end up being here. Not the most wheelchair-friendly place, but if Bromley can't find us anywhere, and if I can't find anywhere privately, then we're just going to have to make do. And the occupational therapist who has been coming around here has been so lovely and really trying to make it work, because we both love being here. But, you know, we'll just see if it's just a temporary basis. Yeah. So I don't think I've really been super excited yet about having a baby. I am getting more bits and bobs, so we're getting sorted gradually, thankfully for Mum and family and friends. So yeah, but I think that might be about it. Oh, I am getting a bit of an itchy tummy now. I don't know, I've heard again that's the skin stretching. I did start using some cocoa butter, which I got with my free pack from Emma's Diary. So if you go on Emma's Diary, I think some surgeries have it, but then you can get these free packs. They come like for different times of when you're pregnant. Mum managed to go in there and, oh, excuse me. Excuse us. Yeah, so you can get Emma's Diary stuff. It's quite good. Again, it's just more birthing advice and all that, pregnancy advice. So yes, but I think that's about it. Again, I'm not that fussed. I'm not too worried about the itchy tummy. I think it is more of a pregnancy just thing when you're stretching, apparently. But I have put some of that Aveeno cream back on, which again, Mum swears by, and that's pretty good stuff actually. It feels fine today. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm still planning on doing the old exercise videos. I've had a couple of ideas about that. I've got a midwife appointment next week. I don't have another scan till 36 weeks. And yeah, we'll just see how big I get and how tired I get. Oh, and before I go, whoa, I don't know what is going on. Pelvic floor. Keep working on your pelvic floor. I had a few issues with mine prior to being pregnant anyway. And I think as I get heavier, I have had a couple of incidents where it's been a bit touch and go. But keep working on it every day. Don't do the whole stop-start thing when you're having a wee. Kind of thinking, one analogy that was given to me with the training is like an elephant's trunk, sort of sucking up. Imagining that you're kind of drawing your back pubis bone and the front all together. Yeah, do what works for you. But yeah, any advice or anything that you want to share, let me know. Otherwise, I'll hopefully have some more waffle for you in a couple of weeks' time again. Take it easy. See you later. Bye.